Afternoon again, one and all. Welcome to what certainly is the climax of the 1998 SP Cup season. Rocky, well, it's the big one. Mendi Murrks up against the Hagen Eagles this afternoon.
Yeah, certainly nothing between these two teams, Mark. The forward packs are both equally balanced. If there is any favour, you would have to lean towards the Hagen backs, but I can't pick this game. It's going to be an absolute bottler.
From the Mendi Murrks, the challenges for this year, is there anybody in that side you think might make a difference to them, whether they win or not this afternoon?
Yeah, well, they've come from equal fourth position, and I think that the in-form forwards may tell the difference for the Murrks, and that is, of course, prop Raymond Carl and lock Cendric Kengi, who had a great man-of-the-match performance last week.
I suppose Simon Moore would be looking for a big game, of course, from his captain up front, Max Thierry, and David Gomier leading the backs.
Well, again, yeah, that's the two leaders, your backs leader, as you say, Mark. It's David Gomier. He's in form, Max Thierry, and, of course, Elias Kamiak, man of the match in Lay 2 weeks ago.
All right, certainly shaping up to be a very torrid affair this afternoon. Both sides fit as they can be on the paddock.
Yeah, there doesn't look to be too many changes over the last couple of weeks, Mark. They're both teams are in form. Hagen first to the grand final. They've had the easier run, and Mendi have had three tough games, but they'll certainly be fit.
All right, let's take a look at the two lineups for this afternoon. Firstly, the challengers, the Mendi Murrks.
Yeah, at fullback we've got Ruing, and on the wings are Essau and Thomas. The centres are made up of Akko and Mangobi. Halves are Mal and Mosi Bouya. The front row is made up of Carl, Gabriel and Mek, and the back row of Raymaster, Wepi and Kengi. Coming off the bench are Kelly, Goye and Undupi.
Right there, the Murrks, and of course the Hagen Eagles, who probably are favourites for the game this afternoon. Sokot at fullback. The wingers are Benny and Kops, Itam and Gomier in the centres. The halves are Kilish and Ray, Waka, Acuna and Kamiak up front, with Thierry, Rumins and Noki making up the back row. Alomi, Paka and Kanamon off the bench. Simon Moy, of course, the coach this afternoon. All right, big game this afternoon, but also big happenings here at the Lloyd Robinson Oval. The opening of the new look clubhouse.
Yeah, Mark, I've been first coming to this club since 1973, and it's the best I've ever seen. The company is named of Kaiser. They've taken over the receivership. They'll be leasing the club, and they're really promoting the game and the clubhouse itself as that absolute picture.
Right, let's take a look at the opening of the new look Port Moresby Rugby League clubhouse as we go to a break.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome, and I mean a very warm welcome, to this official opening of the Port Moresby Rugby League Clubhouse.
Principally, I'd like to say that this club, as I understand it, has been in limbo, and I think this resurrection is the result of the efforts of very many people. With those few words, it gives me now great pleasure to declare the Port Moresby Rugby League Club open.
And we're just about set for the kick-off, the 1998 SP Cup final between the Mendi Murrks and the Mount Hagen Eagles. And what do you think of the pre-match entertainment, Rocky?
Yeah, it was great. Trobrian dances, introduction of the teams.
We'll have the official kick-off from Don Black.
Really has a grand final atmosphere about it. It's an absolutely full house, standing room only.
And there's Don Black taking the official kick-off. Stan Joyce is his boss, isn't he?
Yeah, Stan's Don's black. Don's boss.
Black.
Don's boss. Great supporters of the game.
With Mr. John Numapo. And young Marcus Mom, Rumpelstiltskin himself out there on the paddock there.
Tireless worker.
He is, isn't he? Catch him at all hours of the morning, working. The man in the middle this afternoon, the referee, is Laxi Mehta. And there is Laxi, prepared for a big one. You had a word to Laxi prior to the match. Rocky, what's his feelings to control the game this afternoon?
Laxi was fairly subdued. He was a little bit of pre-match nerves, I think, but he'll do an outstanding job.
Okay, and the game now underway. The Murrks will run with the breeze in this first stanza. The Eagles first to receive possession as they work it out of their red zone on their first set through Robert Benny. They work it now towards the open side, up towards halfway. About 35 metres out from their own line they are now. And that's the halfway line, they're just over, and now into Murruk territory. Cross field's gone to deck. Ray cleaned it up and he sent it out to Itam, who comes back in field. Cedric King getting into some early tackling duties as the Eagles decide to play it down in Murruk territory. And the Murruks now with their first set of the afternoon. Good sized crowd here this afternoon, Rock. Not a seat left.
No, I can't remember a bigger crowd. Probably at an international test or something it might have been, but certainly for SP Cup it's full house.
They're certainly everywhere. Every sitting or vantage sitting point is taken. Trees are up on top of stands. There's a shot of them in the grandstand. They're on top of the scoreboard. And they're everywhere. Certainly set for a huge afternoon here. On the fifth tackle now, the Murruks inside Eagle territory as they work it across. Mossy Boy, a little chip over the top. Ruing had it in his hands, but it's gone to deck. Mather says play on, and the Eagles will end up with possession again inside their red zone, 11 metres away. So both sides having had a set already. Should be pretty well into settling down as Kamiak takes a hit up from the Eagles. And they drive him backwards for his troubles. That's Webby with support from Raymond Carl in the defensive work. Now the Eagles through Peter Nocky. As they go the short side again and almost up to the halfway mark is their captain Max Thierry, and they'll get a penalty out of that. First penalty of the afternoon going to the Eagles, just inside their own side of halfway. As we have a look at it there on the replay, there's the Eagles. Bobby Mangope all over Thierry. Thierry trying to get up, play the ball quickly. Mangope entangles all over him. Numbers to the left. They work it across. Kengi comes back in field. Straight up the middle, he plows himself. Almost reaching the line underneath the uprights, but he's held up. 1.5 meters short. Gabriel to dummy half, long ball across field to Mull. He sends it on. It's gone out wide. The dummy throw there by Mangope, and Mangope will put it down for the Murrks. First point on the board.
A very well structured try this, Mark. From the tap restart penalty, they went 3 tackles to the left, then spread it back to the right. There's 3 on, 4 on 1, 4 on 2 there. And there's a neat little dummy and a step, straightens up. And over goes Bobby Mangope.
There you see it from another angle. There's the big dummy thrown to Mangope. Cover coming across, but Tulane slams it down one-handed. And his first 4-pointer for the afternoon, getting the Murruks off to the start they wanted.
Well, in only Mendy's third possession, they've come up with a try. Well-structured try, as I said. Spreading the ball first to the left and then back across to the right-hand side of the field. And that was Mungalbeg going over in the corner after 7 or 8 minutes of play.
So we await the conversion attempt.
He moves in to kick it now.
So the conversion attempt unsuccessful, and the Mendi Murrks hold on 4 points to 0 over the Hagen Eagles.
Conversion was unsuccessful. The scores remain still Mendi Murrks, so 2 points, leading the Cambridge Hagen Eagles at the scores.
Gabriel sends it the open again to Raymond Carl. He gets away from the first. Didn't get away from the next 2 defenders though. 12 metres away, they stopped his tracks. Mossy Booyah, long ball across field, ruing into the line, doing the half little jink and half dance before they pick him up. And eventually they put him down. Quick play the ball up the short side and going for a run is Ako, David Ako, struggling to get over before the defence come at him. And they hold him up again, 2 metres away. That's 5 tackles gone. Defence running up quickly, basketball pass over the back, and then another long ball across field to Anton Mal. He sends it on, ball's gone down, intercepted in the midfield, and Hagen Eagles running away way down to the 30, up towards the 20, hands thrown in the air, but Rex Ray will put it down underneath the uprights. A 70-metre run after an intercept. Just when the Murrks were looking like they were going to go in again, Rex Ray picking up the intercept.
Yeah, we'll pick this up on the replay. Mark, you can see again, Mendi had the numbers on the Eagles out to the right. Here's the basketball-type pass. There's another big, long cut-out pass, and then they try it again. Now, the ball is actually propelled forward. That can be ruled as a technical knock-on. Referees Meadows let it go. Probably rightfully so.
There's actually James Cobbs, who was the try scorer. I thought it was Rex Ray for a minute there, but James Cobbs it was. And finding himself in open spaces, so you have a look at it here from the head-on shot, and Cobbs putting that underneath the uprights. Make it easy again for his kicker, Stanley Sukot.
Just what the Eagles needed. They come back at 6-4. Sorry, 4-all. And it's still 4-all.
Well, I don't know how important that kick is.
Yeah, Costley missed that. From in front, that's a gift to Paul.
Raymond Carl gets it right. I had high tackle for his ankle tap from behind. Gabriel. Dummy to Mal. Gabriel. He sends it on. The pass out wide to Webby. Webby sends it on to Essau. Wait for the decision. Fair try. Johnson Essau on the far side.
Again, sorry Mark, again we see Eagles defence stretched to the limits. There's a decoy runner. Nice pass, 2-on-1. Sends the dummy, then draws the cover defence, and that was the secret. Front on shot. Diagonal running. There's the dummy. Round he goes again. 2-on-1. Draws the cover defence of centre David Gomier. And Johnson Essau over in the corner after about 16 minutes of play, and Mendi go ahead 8-4. On each occasion, the Mendi Murrks have got into the half, into the red zone of the Eagles. They've stretched the Eagles' defence every single time by good structured attack down one side of the field and then spinning the ball to the opposite corner. And it's really paying dividends. They're making good yardage in each set of 6, and they're also coming up with the points. The usually effective sliding defence of the Eagles simply not functioning today.
I'd certainly look that Mendi Murrks have come out full of fire this afternoon, and they've certainly shown that this game is up for grabs. It's certainly anybody's game, and they may not be such an easy run for the Eagles.
Too slow out of dummy half.
Kiddos used to be spending a lot of time pushing off players rather than worrying about the ball. As the Eagles' backs running themselves out of room on the far side. This is Killish. Through 1, 2, steps it out the back door, back in field again to Waka, and the ball still kept alive. Gomia runs it right underneath the uprights. Fair try, says the referee, and the Eagles are
in. Here's the replay. There's the hit up by the halfback. He changes direction, goes back to the left-hand side. Offloads there. Now this is the pass that sets it up here. There you are. It's thrown back, but it catches the Hagen defence in disarray. If you have a look in back play, there was a Mendi player held back. You might pick it up on the front on shot. I'll show you where it is. No, it's to the right of the screen there. You can't see it. Nonetheless,
James Copps goes in for try number 2. So James Copps, 2 tries. So far, 8 points apiece are locked up. And I wonder if that missed conversion attempt from directly in front will come back to haunt the Eagles.
Sure will. Of their 10 possessions, Mark, the Eagles have turned over 5 with drop balls. You can't afford that low completion rate. There's 2 kicks he should have kicked.
And yet again, the scoreline will remain 8 points apiece. Good yardage with that possession was Brisbane ruined. And Joe Mack is put down in midfield on the halfway line. Kengi on the 5th tackle. They decide to run it again, and holding up the ball is David Ako. His winger goes back in towards midfield, but again intercepted on the last line of defence by Stanley Sukot. Sukot steps around 1, then he turns defence into attack. He throws it back in field again, and the Eagles back up towards the halfway line. 8 metres away now they are on the first tackle for them. Sukot to dummy half again. Ito. Still a couple of metres short. He'll play it back. Akinu sends it midfield. Rumens. He's now 12 metres inside Mendi territory. Akinu will work it to his left. Thierry. Gomia. Up the short, dummied, held it up, and then clapped on the pace again, jumped over one for good measure, and then put down 8 metres away. A metre in on the far side. In good attacking position again, the Eagles. Nocky. Then he slips a good ball to Gomia. Gomia's had it ripped out the back door. It's gone to ground, but cleaned up. They send it out wide. Cops looking for number 3 for the afternoon. He's held up and driven backwards. And in the end, he'll end up getting a penalty for his troubles.
Not sure what the signal was then. I think it was holding down in the play the ball.
So they've taken the tap and thrown it out wide immediately. Ray across field. Itam stepping, holding it up one hand. Itam will dive over. He'll slam it down for the Eagles, right underneath the uprights. Chris Itam doing it all himself. The support was there, but he didn't need him.
Here you come with the replay. Watch the strength of Chris Etam here. He's nowhere to go. There's 3 defenders in front of him. He steps twice off the right foot, straightens. Now he's dragging that player over the line with him. Unbelievable. And the front on shot will show you exactly the same. And there's the ball out to Chris Etam there. There he straightens and then steps. Uses the fend and then drags the player over with him.
So with the all-important kick, Stanley Sokot had a horror afternoon with the boot so far. And finally we get one through the uprights. So the Eagles
go to 14. Murrks 2 tries, 8 points. Yeah, Chris Etam, he'd allowed in the possession before, he had allowed David Acko to get around him. And it was only an intercept that maybe stopped a try, but 5 tackles later and a penalty. Chris Etam came up with the try.
So the Murrks lapsing a little defensively, and allowing the Eagles to get back into it again. Line ball, Kengi's pulled it in, got away from the first, turned, struggling with the defence, but otherwise a good hit up for him. Raymond Carl, through to away from 3, he's got support to his right, he throws the dummy, and he's still got support, now he throws the ball out wide, and the Murrks will answer. Mendi Murrks answering immediately.
I think that was it within 3 tackles.
Willie Gabriel.
Here you see Raymond Carl. He runs at the 5'8". See, there's the Hagen 5'8" falling off the tackle, and then a missed tackle by Sukot. He straightens, throws a dummy, straightens again, then offloads there. Could have been line ball, that. And it was Willie Gabriel, I think, that's gone over in about the 35th minute.
There you see it from head on. There's the dummy getting around Sukot, and then the cover defense coming across, pulling him down, and Willie Gabriel pulling it in before falling over the line. So what a game. Seesawing from one end of the field to the other.
We've had 3 tries in the last 4 possessions, which makes for great entertaining football. Anton Mel, the 5'8" for Mendi, is off the field. He's got his head heavily taped. So too is David Acko. Remembering that SP Cup, you have unlimited interchange.
an important conversion attempt, and converted, and 14 points to 12. The Eagles over the Murrks. Certainly the crowd. The advantage is now gone as Ray back to his feet and joining the defensive line. Daniel Raymaster, he's been pretty quiet this first couple of minutes. Gabriel doing a little scissors run and slipping it back the other way. That's Kengi, he sends it on. Mangope, he's got his winger out with him, but he'll take the tackle and he'll take the penalty as well. So Chris Itam, the man there being pointed to, have a look at it on the replay.
Good cover to tackle there. He lines his man up there. He does come over high, but you know, I think he hit the ground harder than which did the damage. Three penalties apiece. Referee Meta waves time back on, and Mendi are going to have a kick for the 2 points.
Trail by 2, the Murrks, looking to even up before the halftime break. Timon Mosibuya. "24 meters out he is. He's about 6 meters in from the sideline. And he's hooked that to the left of the uprights, taken by Sukot. And he'll run it up and take the tackle. That's the way we'll go to break. With the Hagen Eagles, 14 points to 12 over the Mendi Murrks. We'll go for a break and come back and take a look at the first half statistics and highlights. Unsuccessful again. Okay, let's take a look at the stats quickly.
There's the scoreline, 14 to 12. Nothing in the scrums or penalties. Missed tackles also Eagle. But where you see the big problem for the Hagen Eagles, they've had more than double the handling errors of the Mendi Murrks. But having said that, they're still in front. So with their wind in the back in the second half, you'd have to favour Hagen to go on and win this game, because they haven't played particularly well in the first half, but they're still ahead. On the other hand, the Murrks, they've shown a lot of strength in the forward. Typical runs of Raymond Carl and Cedric Kengi have kept them in the match. And I don't think they can play that much better, where there's room for improvement for the Eagles.
All right, that's how close the score lines are. We'll go for a quick break and then we'll come back with the final 40 minutes and find out who is the 1998 SP Cup champions. For these final 40 minutes, the Mendi Murrks did not really use the breeze in the first half. Will the Eagles be any different?
Yeah, both teams only kicking 4 times each in the first half, as with the kick-off of the second half takes place.
For the Murrks, will their first touch of the football in this second half. This is Kengi.
So they work it back towards the open side, and up towards the halfway line they work themselves. This is Ray Master in midfield. It's a 40-meter line he'll play it on. Across they work it to Joe Mack. On the 5th. So the ball put through. Allowed to bounce by James Copps. Then he stopped it with his foot. And then has a good return up towards his 40-meter line. This is Max Thierry. He's got his hands free. Thought about letting it go. In the end, held on to it. Akinu goes the short side. Waka will play it, but the referee says he's lost the ball.
Again, a handling area, letting the Eagles down early in the tackle count. They had good field position from James Copps' kick return. They've turned over possession.
Football. Putting pressure right back on the Eagles as Nocky picks it up from the base of the scrum and works it towards the short side. Copps moves into dummy half. He tries to barge over out wide. They drive him back. So 3 meters away from the try line. Deep line out to the right. The Eagles, as now they work it that way. Ray, long ball across to Gomia. They've got 3-on-2 out there. Gomia's pulled down though. Good defense. He hits up, plays the ball very, very quickly. Itam goes run. He draws the man, and then he sends it out wide. Looking for his winger, Robert Benny, and Benny will run it around and put it down for the Eagles.
That's the try after the 45th minute of this game. You watch the experience of Chris Itam show out here. He sees that the Eagles' defence is shorter on the far side of the field. Immediately runs to that area from the David Gomia play the ball. You'll see there's the play the ball. Chris quickly sums up the situation, runs wide, draw and pass, and Robert Benny goes over and does well to bring it round closer to the posts. Petrus Thomas is caught out of position here. Sure, he had 2-on-1, but he still came in, left his winger unmarked, and the cover defence didn't stop Robert Benny from coming closer to the post, which could prove critical.
So the Eagles four tries so far this afternoon and only 1 conversion. Hoping to put one over here is Stanley Sukkot. As he moves in, that looks all right off the boot. The flags are raised, and 20 points to 12, the Eagles over the Murrks. 22 meters out in front of the uprights. They work it left. Ray Master sending it on.
Hagen returned to 13 numbers. Player out of the sin bin.
Bobby Mangobe. Anton Mal. Gabriel from dummy half. Gone to ground. Swooped on by Gomia for the Eagles. And then the race is on. Can they catch David Gomia up the left-hand flank? Johnson Essau giving chase, but no. Gomia's going to go all the way. And put it down.
We play for the game. We play for our team. We play for the cup. It's the ultimate dream.
That'll be enough to break anybody's heart, especially the Mendi Murrks supporters.
Yeah, the game's not over yet, Mark. There's 15 minutes left, unofficial time. And there's the changeover of possession. And Gomia, I didn't think he'd have the pace. I thought Johnson Essau had run him down. That wasn't the case. Johnson Essau just couldn't gain on him. And he just brings it around post. Mendi, Hagen have been their own worst enemies in the last few minutes. They've been giving away penalties and lost balls early in the tackle count, but their gritty defence held, and they themselves were able to pick up a loose ball through David Gomier, who ran nigh on 90 metres to score that try.
So the Eagles.
Ladies and gentlemen, exactly 25 minutes of players going in this final half, and we're going to have a quick
Conversion and they've yet to come. 12 points.
What you found in the first half, Mark, for Mendi, it's not happening in the second half. Where they had structured attack, forwards hitting at the left, spreading the ball to the right, or vice versa. This half, they're not doing any of that. They've got no kicking game. They seem a little flat, and maybe the hard games over the last 4 weeks have taken their toll.
So this is Stanley Sukkot, and he's pushed it to the right again. And the scoreline will remain 24 points to 12 in favour of the Eagles.
I can't see Elias Kamiak on the field. I think he's come off. That'll be a blow to the Eagles.
So the return from the murrks, who now certainly have to regroup and think long and hard. They trail by 12 points. And they certainly lost some of the sparkle that they had in the first half. Losing the ball forward again. And we'll have a scrum to be packed down. Just taking his eyes off the ball for a second there was Raymond Carl.
Hang on.
Well, nevertheless, the Murrks rather on the attack. They're in front of the uprights. Willie Gabriel, long ball across field. Ruben Ruing out wide, steps inside one. Then he sends it back in, looking for support in David Ako. Ako is over the line. Can he get the ball down?
I think he's already awarded the try.
Has the try been awarded? Well, there's hugs and kisses happening, so I suppose there is a try there to David Ako. Have a look at on the replay here. There's Ako struggling. The referee's blocked our vision as to whether he grounded the ball, and you can just see it underneath there. We'll wait for the head-on shot to have a good look at it. This will tell us. There he is, he struggles, and there's the forcing of the football. Fair try, and that one going to David Ako.
This game's not all over yet, I can assure you. It's 24-16 with a kick to come. Could be 24-18. Converted try the difference. There's still enough time for Mendi to come back and draw this game.
Well, there's a kick. There's a kick that's opened up some options for him. 24 points to 18. A converted try will tie it up. And I can tell you, if the match is tied up, it's going to put a lot of schedules out of order. One of which you could probably tell us about, Rocky.
Well, there's 6 of these players, 4 from Hagen and 2 from Mendi, that have got to join the Kummels in Brisbane, and they fly to Cairns this afternoon. So if it goes to extra time, they might miss their flight.
And that's Rocky wearing his other helmet of Deputy Chairman of the PNG Rugby League.
Now this, I was just about to say, this set of 6 is critical for Eagles to keep the ball. They've turned it over after 4 tackles.
And now Mendi with a real chance, because our converted try here will tie it up, and then we'll move into extra time.
Similarly, this set of 6 is critical for Mendi.
And you can feel it. You can feel Mendi starting to give themselves half a chance once again. Bit of urgency creeping back into their play as they work it out wide. Kengi, he sent it out there to Ako, the try scorer. And Ako will play 10 metres away. He's about 1.5 metres in from touch on the far side. Back in field again. Cedric Kengi, one way. Then he goes another. Then he sends it out the back door. Murrks looking for a quick play, the ball. They didn't get it. Mosi Buya.
Well, need I say any more?
So once again, possession, or the lack of it. Is the order of the day as we have another scrum, 25 metres away from the Hagen Eagles line. The Eagles to feed.
This set of 6 being critical. They must hold possession, Eagles.
Peter Nocky up the left-hand flank from the base of the scrum. He turns and he's thrown into touch. He's thrown the ball back in field. So a bad mistake from him. Undid all his good work. There's the break. And you can see straight away there where he's come the wrong way. He's taken the wrong option and come towards the sideline. That's where he was wrong.
Moses Tillingling right on the spot. Good call.
Thomas Undupi over the top, little chip. The bounce important here. In the end, favouring the Eagles through Ray. Itam, one-handed, throws it behind him.
The Eagles need just one off the ruck each time, dummy half each time, nothing more.
Don't strong run. Rubins plays it. Max Thierry. Inside ball. Came off. The Murrks, good call. 6 to go as well. So they've got 6 more tackles and they're 11 metres away. To the right they work it. Peter Nocky. Out wide. Gomia. He sends it on. Itam. Seeing the sideline, but the Murrks defence is equal to the task and they take him over the far side touchline. There's a hit of the hooter in the background. And that's it. The hooter is gone. Nobody's heard it due to the noise around the place. But Hagen Eagles, Mount Hagen Eagles, the 1998 SP Cup champions, defeating the Mendi Murrks.
Well, I tell you what, I've seen some great games of football. This is one of them. Hagen Eagles 24/18. A lot of good performance. None better than the referee. I thought he had an absolutely outstanding game. Well done, Luxie Meta. But to the Hagen Eagles, they're the champions. They're the SP Cup champions. They're deserved champions. They were first into the grand final, and they've come up with a 24/18 win this afternoon.
All right, we'll go for a break and come back for the full match wrap-up.
But you can see there's nothing much in the missed tackles area. Penalties, Mendi had a feast of penalties in the second half, couldn't do anything with the ball, but at half time Mendi only had 3 drop balls or 3 handling errors. They produced 7 in the second half, and I think that was the difference. Turned over a bit too much possession, but overall I think it was the Hagen defence that won them the game in the middle stages of the second half. If you remember, Mark, Mendi had 4 or 5 sets of 6 at the Eagles try line. Nokia was in the sin bin, but the defence held, and I think that was probably the turning point around the 60th minute mark. Strong defence, and then that try to David Gomia.
Okay, well, that's it for the 1998 SP Cup season. Successful overall, Rocky?
Yeah, outstanding
New teams for the competition?
Yeah, the sponsors would be happy without doubt. I know the league is very happy. Attendance is up. The crowds have been excellent. Their behaviour has been excellent. The standard of refereeing today was great. All round, just a great unification year for the SP Cup.
All right, well, that's it from the crew down here at the Lloyd Robson Oval. We will see you all again next week with some more sporting news. But on behalf of the crew, we bid you all goodbye.
Goodbye.